रत्नैकल्पितमासनं हिमजलै स्नानं च दिव्याम्बरम् नानारत्नविभूषितं मृगमदा मोदाङ्कितं चन्दनम् जातिचम्पकबिल्वपत्ररचितम् सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्ति समन्विते भयभ्यस्त्राहिनो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते शरणागत दीनार्ता परित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते अखण्डमण्डला व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। बोलिए श्री गुरुदेव महाराज की जय। आदिशक्ति जगदम्बा माता दुर्गा की जय। हर हर महादेव। मधुरं 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 Durga Mata's Katha, the Durga Saptashati, is indeed a Katha, a formula. It's how to clean our mind, our hearts, our body. How to rid the negative forces from within. And in this 9 days, we continue to pray to the Goddess to lead us from darkness into light. In the last day, we saw the appearance of the Mother. For 100 years, Mahisasur fought against Indra, the king of heaven. What do these 100 years mean? We have 10 sense organs, and these 10 sense organs, they have 10 negativities. The 10 sense organs by the 10 negativities represent these 100 years of fighting. Pur. Pur means village, or inside this body. Mahisasur, he fights and he captures all the devatas. The devatas are a symbol of positivity, of divinity, of the energy. Devasuram, Buddhudhvam, Purnam Dashantam Pura. Mahish Suranam Deepe Devanam Cha Purandare. So Mahish, ego, has taken over the self. The mind is not with you anymore. If your mind is not with you anymore, you will not be yourself. When your center is disturbed, when your core is disturbed, your whole life shakes. In yoga philosophy, this body is heaven. So this body is a symbol of the heaven that Mahisasur now rules over. Indra, the king of the sense organs. But now, Mahish is in control. And in a situation like this, whether it's the negative forces overtaking your sense organs at a personal level, or the negative forces overpowering the goodness in the society, what is necessary at that time is a collective energy, a collective form to harness goodness so that we can rid the negativity or badness, if we want to call it that. Here, the devatas have prayed and the Mother appeared. And in the last episode, we saw why is Durga Mata so powerful, and why is praying and worshipping the Mother so important. Because in the last episode, we would have seen that all the light of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, all the devatas all came together and entered into the form of the Divine Mother. So when we worship, when we pray, when we do puja to Mother Durga, we are in fact praying and worshipping all the devatas, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. Because all these energies are within Maha Durga. So here, the accumulated prayer of the devatas continue. Because this is their only hope, this is their only answer to defeat Mahisasur. But the Mother appeared. But if she is going into battle, she would need some weaponry. She has nothing. Namo Devyai Mahadevyai Shivaye Satatam Namaha. Nama Prakrityai Bhadraye Niyata Pranatastamam. Raudraye Namo Nityaye Gaure Dhatre Namo Namaha. Jyotsnaye Chendurupenye Sukhaye Satatam Namaha. Kalyane Pranatavritye Siddhe Kurumo Namo Namaha. Naitritye Bhubritam Lakshmye Sharvanye Te Namo Namaha. Durgaye Durgaparaye Saraye Sarvakaranye Kyatye Tateva Krishnaye Dhumraye Satatam Namaha. Ati Saubhagyati Raudraye Natastasye Namo Namaha. Namo Jagat Pratishtaye Devye Kritye Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Vishnu Mayeti Shabdita. Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chetaneye Vidiyate. Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Buddhirupena Sanstita. Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. O Ma, you are that consciousness, you are that energy. Buddhirupena Sanstita, you are that intellectual power. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Nidra Rupena Sanstita. You are Nidra, you are also sleep. Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Sanstita. Oh Ma, where are you within us? You are also our Shakti. You are our sleep. You are our intellectual power. Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shraddharupena Sanstita. Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. And with the prayer of the Devatas, each one of the Devatas giving to the Divine Mother a weapon. So you know, when we look at Durga Mata, when we look at her hands, we see the Trishul, we see the chakra, the conch, the spear, bow and arrow, quiver. We see the noose. She's seated on a lion. The Trishul was given to Mother by Shankar Bhagwan. The discus or the chakra was placed in her hand by Vishnu Bhagwan. The conch, the sank, given by Varun Dev. The spear, Shakti, Agni Dev. The quiver or the bow and arrow, Vayu Dev. Indra Dev gave the thunderbolt and a bell also. Yam, a staff. Varun, the noose. Brahma, Kamandal. Himavan, he gave the lion. Himavana Vahanam Simham Ratnani Vividani Cha. The mountain Himalaya gave her the lion as her vehicle. And her effulgence, her brightness, her rays her light, those were given to her by Surya Dev, the sun. Mother is seated on a lion. The lion is a symbol of dharma, righteousness, Shakti, energy, power. The mother sitting on the lion is a symbol of her social dharma. She came to rid the earth of darkness. She came to remove the negative forces on this earth. And as the mother, equipped now with all her weapons, she is in her full glorious form. That mother roars. The sound of the Devi. And when she roars, her sound is so powerful, so strong, so energetic. The sound shakes the whole earth. Prithvi is shaking. It shakes the mountains. It echoes in the vast skies. And it pierces even into the deep netherlands of the earth. What is the meaning of all of this? Prithvi shaking. Mother, in the form of the Kundalini energy that is awakening and going up from one chakra to the next. When that energy begins to awaken, Prithvi, earth, this body, begins to shake. We begin to hear different sounds. Loud sounds, soothing sounds. Nad. Nad means sound. We may hear sounds of bells, we may hear sounds of flute. We see different colors of light when this Kundalini energy is awakening. And when the earth begins to shake, Mahisasur, he gets up and he says, hey, what's happening? What's going on? When the mother, the energy of the mother comes in our heart, when that power of Kundalini energy begins to overtake our sense organs from our toe to our head, the devotee shakes, as it's sometimes very difficult to tolerate this awakening of consciousness rising to the highest level within this limited human body. So Mahisasur, he shakes, the ego shakes. Because the ego, the mind, the negativities of the mind cannot stand, cannot remain strong. When our Kundalini, our divine energy begins to awaken, when that Maha Durga, that force, that power awakens within each and every one of us. And that is what we seek to achieve in 9 days of Navratri. We don't have 1, 2, 3, we have 9 days to glorify the mother. 9 days to take a holiday, take a break. Aren't you tired of living over 300 days of the year doing the same thing, the same routine every day? Take 9 days. Spend some time in silence. Spend some time in japa. Spend some time in meditation, in dhyanam. Spend some time in Path. This is Durga Saptashati. It's available in English. Take 9 days and read it from cover to cover. Chant the mantras from cover to cover. Familiarize yourself with the great knowledge of the Divine Mother. do some havan, do some puja. If you cannot do it physically, there is a great meditation and yoga technique known as Atma Puja Yoga. It's a mental puja, where you close your eyes, and in the same way that you would perform out puja externally to the deity, and you will offer flowers, you will wash the murti, you will offer water, you would offer chandan, you would offer a mala, you would perform arti. In the same way, in these 9 days of Navratri, if you were to take some time and spend 5 minutes each morning or 5 minutes each night and perform mental puja or mental worship by establishing an altar in your heart. Your heart is a temple, it's a mandir. And place the form or the figure of your deity in your heart. And just as you would perform puja on the outside, you perform that puja mentally inside. You don't require anything, but you only require your mind. And sadly enough, we are searching the means for happiness, good mental health. But it's very interesting in yoga philosophy, the mind is the root cause of all our diseases, but the mind is also the means to remove our diseases. So utilize the 9 days of Navratri as a period of sadhana and divine practice and worship. Now we are in COVID-19, life has become slower. As a matter of fact, COVID-19 has forced us to become internal as opposed to being external. And now we have these 9 days, utilize these 9 days. So here, in this Katha of Mahisasur, we see that when any darkness or any negative element overtakes society, what is necessary is a conglomerated or a unified effort to rid the darkness. So why not challenge ourselves in the 9 days and 9 nights of Navratri, that as one country, as one people, as one globe, we join together in prayer in unison. And I'm sure that if we were to pray to the Divine Mother in these 9 days in unison together, we will be rid of all this COVID-19 and coronavirus. We are all doing our things personally. We are all doing our things at one level. But we need a unified effort. And here in our scriptures, we are seeing that in times of darkness, when the world needed it most, there was a unified effort from the Devatas, from the good people. All the good people come together to do something good for the betterment and the welfare of society.
To rid the world of this darkness, to take us from animality to humanity and then to divinity, Mother Durga has appeared, standing glorious, shimmering, dazzling. The Divine Mother of this universe is bedecked with all her weapons, ready to battle with Mahisasur. Mother is now seated on her lion. In her arms, she's holding all the weapons that are necessary for this battle. What does this symbolize? Mother sitting on a lion. What do her weapons symbolize? All of these weapons were given to her by the Devatas. They all wanted Mother to be happy, to be equipped, and to be ready for this battle with Mahisasur. As children, it is also our duty, just like the Devatas, to ensure that our mothers are happy. It is said that the home is happy. That home is happy where the mother is happy. That home is happy where the mother is revered. Motherhood, mother. Mother is a symbol of culture, the culture of any civilization. If any civilization is to survive, that culture must be protected, culture must be preserved, culture must be respected, and culture must be revered. It is further said, if you educate a woman, you educate an entire society. Where women are respected, there flourishes civilization. Our Sanatan Dharma, our culture, pays the highest respect and gives the highest glory to motherhood. Our culture, our civilization, the glory of motherhood forms a strong rock. And because of this respect and this reverence for motherhood, our culture, Sanatan Dharma, Hindu Vedic culture, survives and continues to survive. And now our culture is infiltrating the entire globe today. And we see this. We see people adopting reincarnation. We see people practicing yoga, meditation. We see people talking about the concept of karma. So, this strong civilization of Sanatan Hindu Dharma is great, is glorious, because we pay reverence and respect to motherhood. Here the Devatas are ensuring that mother is happy. As I said before, if we educate a woman, we educate an entire society. So this reminds me that there was a little girl who asked her mom how the human race got started. And her mother explained, well, we were created by God. You know, we have a great Rishi Parampara, the Sapta Rishis, the 7 Rishis, and we came from that lineage of the great Rishis. A few days later, the little girl asked her father the very same question. And he explained how many years ago there were monkeys, and little by little, the monkeys, little by little, they became like people, the monkeys, and so now here we are. The little girl was utterly confused. So she went to her mother and she said, Mom, you said to me that God created people. Dad said to me we came from monkeys. How can that be? The mother replied, oh darling, you see, that's very easy. I told you about my side of the family. Your father was talking about his side of the family. Motherhood, the glory of mother, the intelligence of the mother. And during Navratri, we are celebrating this creative intelligence of the Divine Mother of this universe. Our mother is great. Our mother is glorious. She's our mother. We are her child. And here, in this beautiful katha of Mahisasur, we see how the mother is now ready for battle. Her arms bedecked with the weapons to destroy this great Asura. So the glorious mother, wherever we look in our society today, we see that in that home where the mother is, the personality and the divinity of the mother is able to hold that home and that family in unity. And oftentimes we see when the mother of the home is gone, sometimes that home becomes fragmented, separated. A lot of bickering comes between siblings and other family members. So we see the mother as the foundation, the pillar for holding this family in unison. This form of the goddess is the embodiment of creative energy, Shakti. Mother sits on a lion, on a tiger. The tiger or the lion symbolizes unlimited power. indicating that she possesses unlimited power and uses it to protect the virtue and destroy evil. We also explore the concept of the lion as a symbol of dharma. There are two types of dharma: personal dharma, your personal dharma, and your social dharma, or your duty to society. The lion is a symbol of social dharma, for the protection and the welfare of the greater and the higher good. Mother sitting on the lion also symbolizes her mastery over all the animalistic qualities within each and every one of us. She is depicted as having 8 hands or 10 hands. These represents the 8 quadrants or the 10 directions in Sanatana Dharma, suggesting that she protects the devotees from all the directions. There are 8 types of ignorances. And in the Katha of Mahisasur and Shum and Nishum, which we will be coming to, these 8 types of ignorances are represented by the 8 asuras, the 8 negative qualities, the army of Mahisasur and Shum and Nishum that come forward in battle with Mother before Mahisasur comes and before Shum and Nishum comes. Each weapon in Mother's hands is a weapon to finish, to crush, or to diminish each one of these ignorances. Mother is holding the conch. So, the conch is a symbol of the Om. But before I start with the conch, Mother is holding in her hands the mace, the sword, the disc, the arrow and bow, the trident, so many different weapons. So, for example, the quality of selfishness must be destroyed by detachment, jealousy by desirelessness, prejudice by self-knowledge, and ego by discrimination. So each one of these different weapons are used to fight these types of enemies which live within each and every one of us. The conch, the sank. In our Sanatana Dharma, sound is very important. Sound affects, and sound also causes an effect. Gurudev Ji says, Swami Brahma Swarupananda Ji, sound is very important. Suppose somebody were to approach you and say, "Oh, you are a very nice person. You're such a sweet person." That automatically makes you very happy. It puts you in a very good mood. But someone were to approach you and say, "Well, you know, you're such a negative person. You're so, well, ugly. You're not nice." How do you feel? Instantly you become unhappy. So sound is very important in our culture, in our dharma. The conch or the sank, the sound that emanates from the sank, is the sound of the sacred syllable Om. And Om is the sound of this creation. The Divine Mother, the Cosmic Mother, is holding in her hands the Trishul. We also see it in the hand of Shankar Bhagwan. Shul. Shul means suffering. 3 means 3. We are afflicted by 3 types of sufferings: mental, physical, and spiritual. Mother is saying, "Oh my children, I am ready to remove all your miseries, your physical, mental, and spiritual miseries." The Trishul is also a symbol of the 3 qualities of Sat, Raj, and Tam. The Trishul, the trident, is a symbol associated with Shankar Bhagwan, and the 3 points symbolize the creation, the protection, and the dissolution of this universe. She's also holding the bow and arrow. The bow and arrow indicates her control over both aspects of energy, the potential and kinetic. The bow and arrow was given to her by Vayudev, the god of the wind. So here, our Revered Gurudev states that in philosophy, the bow, the arrow, and the quiver is a symbol of breath plus energy, our breath, plus energy equals to prana, but breath plus energy plus prana equals to mahaprana. In our philosophy, in our culture, in our dharma, who is a symbol of mahaprana? And that is Hanumanji. Hanumanji is a symbol of mahaprana. Mother is also holding the Vajra or the thunderbolt. The thunderbolt is a symbol of firmness. It's a symbol of confidence. And the mother, the divine mother of this universe, is reminding us, her children, always be firm. Always hold on to your confidence in life. The lotus. The divine mother is holding the lotus flower. And in Sanskrit, it is also called Pankaj, which means born of the mud. Thus, the lotus stands for the continuous evolution of the spiritual quality of the devotees amidst the worldly mud of lust and greed. And the lotus flower has and the leaf of the lotus flower has a very unique quality. You can place a lotus leaf in water, and if you lift that leaf out, all the droplets of the water will come out and you will receive a clean leaf without being smeared by any drop of that water. So the lotus is a symbol of sweetness. It's a symbol of softness. It's a symbol of beauty. It's a symbol of purity. The lotus is a symbol of divinity. The Divine Mother reminding us that these are the qualities that we need to keep within our minds and our hearts. These are the qualities that we need to bring ourselves out of darkness into light. The Sudarshan Chakra. Su. Su means beautiful. Darshan, to look at. Who is able to behold beauty everywhere? That person is the beholder of the Sudarshan Chakra. Sudarshan, Swa-darshan. Swa means self. Darshan, to look at. Who has the ability to see the self, to look at the self? That person is the holder of the Sudarshan Chakra. The Sudarshan Chakra spins on the index finger of the Divine Mother, and it signifies the entire world is subservient to the will of Durga Ma. As a matter of fact, the creation moves on her command. And this is what the Sudarshan Chakra symbolizes. She uses this unfailing weapon to destroy evil and negativity and to produce an environment that's conducive to the growth of righteousness. In the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan Sri Krishna, he held the Sudarshan Chakra in his hand. And when it was necessary to uphold righteousness, Bhagwan used the Sudarshan Chakra to protect the good, rid the world of evil, and uphold the law of Dharma. To vanquish the Asuras, in most instances we saw Mother in battle with the sword, Khadga. And the sword is a symbol of knowledge. The Asuras a symbol of avidya or ignorance. So the sword of knowledge is necessary to free us from our doubts, from our ignorance. This is the meaning of holding the sword as a weapon in her hand. We often look at Mother, and she's also described as having 3 eyes, Trayambakam. And we listen to this in the Mahamrityunjay mantra, Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarukameva Bandhanat Mrityod Mukshiyam Amritat. Mother is also described as Trayambakam. Like Shankar Bhagwan, she is also referred to as the goddess having 3 eyes. The left eye represents desire, the energy of the moon. The right eye represents action or the energy of the sun. And the third eye, or the middle eye, or the central eye, represents the eyes of knowledge, fire. These are the three eyes of the mother, as she is referred to as Trayambake. And finally, the Divine Mother sits on her lion, glorious. The glorious mother, the queen, the great queen of this universe. And mother holds her hands and is blessing us in the Abhaya Mudra. Abhaya means fearless, without fear. O my children, pray to me, call for me, worship me, and I am ready to bless you. Be fearless, be confident, be strong in your lives. In this Navratri, we pray to the Divine Mother for her grace, her blessing, and her boon, for us to be strong, to rid ourselves of all our problems in our lives, to rid ourselves of the darkness in which we may be enveloped in our lives. Oh Mother, give your grace, give your kripa, give your mercy, give your blessings, give your sweetness, and give your love to me. Now the mother stands ready on the battlefield, and Mahisasur sees the brightness and the effulgence of the Divine Mother, and she is ready to go forward in battle with him. What happens next? We listen in tomorrow's episode. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om.
Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharani Trayambake Giri Narayani Namostute. Namo Devye Mahadevye Shivaya Satatam Namaha. 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 Nama Prakriti Namo Bhadra धात्रे नमो नमः रौद्रायै नमो नित्यायै गौरी धात्रे नमो नमः ज्योत्स्नायै चन्द्ररूपिणे ज्योत्स्नायै चन्द्ररूपिणे सुखायै सततं नमः नमो देवी महादेवी शिवायै सततं नमः नमो देवी महादेवी शिवायै सततं नमः कल्याणी प्रणतामृतये सिद्धये कुरु मो नमो नमः कल्याणी प्रणतामृतये सिद्धये कुरु मो नमो नमः नैऋत्यै भूभृतां लक्ष्मै नैऋत्यै भूभृतां लक्ष्मै सर्वाणै ते नमो नमः नमो देव्यै महादेव्यै शिवायै सततं नमः नमो देव्यै महादेव्यै शिवायै सततं नमः दुर्गायै दुर्गापारायै सारायै सर्वकारायै दुर्गायै दुर्गापारायै सारायै सर्वकारायै क्षातियै तथैव कृष्णायै क्षातियै तथैव कृष्णायै धूम्रायै ते सततं नमः नमो देव्यै महादेव्यै शिवायै सततं नमः नमो देवी महादेव्यै शिवायै सततं नमः नमः प्रकृत्यै नमो भद्रायै नमः प्रकृत्यै नमो भद्रायै नियता प्रणता स्मता नमो देव्यै महादेव्यै शिवायै सततं नमः शिवाय सततं नमः शिवाय सततं नमः दीपं देवदयानिधे पशुपते हृत्कल्पितं गृह्यताम्